Played in races, ratting around this famous old stadium. The fans are really up for this one. The first leg of this Carabao Cup semi-final is underway at St James's Park. Holders Newcastle United looking to take a big step at home to yet another final. And once perennial winners of this competition, Manchester City might have to make... Nice pace to bring in Murphy, and Wissa free in the middle. It's towards Johan Wissa. Early chance and a big early miss.
I mean, I looked offside to me. We get a great view now. Lovely play from Gordon, spreads it wide, and as that ball comes in, I think he's just onside. Good shout from the assistant referee. I love the fact the cross has come early. You can't ask for more as a centre forward than that ball to come in early like that. And technically, it's a bit of an... There you go.
Here's Doku. Bernardo Silva making that run. He's got it, and Haaland a whisker away from making contact.
Oh, he's causing that. Contain him at the moment. It's the third time now. Really simple. Opts to pass it there. Lovely run from Bernardo Silva, and Haaland whisker away.
It's the touch off the leg of the goalkeeper. It took it away from City's hot striker, as he so often is. Foden's corner. Easily headed away by Miley. Foden. Heavy touch. He's taking it there off Bruno Guimaraes. Nunez, of course, still very much out of position at right back, but a position that he's had to get used to at City. Joelinton's flick.
Yeah, Newcastle need Anthony Gordon in these areas. They really do. I think he can get the better of Nunez. Decides to cross that one from deep. It's always hard to score when the ball's coming in from that kind of angle, but I'd like
looking for that elusive goal at the moment. Away by Trafford. Bruno Guimaraes to Miley. Hall. Oh, lovely. Home fans enjoying that. Free kick, and plenty asking for a yellow card for Semenyo as well. They're not obliging.
Seen him given though, haven't you? Cynical foul from Doc, just literally. There you go. You passed me, but I'm just going to trip you up.
Tie. Hall down the side looking for Wissa. Nunez saw it coming. As did Bernardo Silva. Ramsey. Murphy held his line. Wissa wants it, and Wissa gets it. Another chance. And another ball over the bar, but they flag up for offside against him.
He's put a couple of these in already. I mean, that one, I think he just about holds that offside line and then slightly in front of the ball. That's another tight call for the assistant. It's a little bit wide of the goal, in fairness.
Well, what's happened there? Bit of a clash off the ball. Yeah. Joelinton and O'Reilly. Nunez getting involved as well. Has the referee seen anything in particular there? The card is out.
I had my eye on that. I saw the body language of Joelinton. I thought whether or not he was just playing around initially, but he really got in the face of O'Reilly and didn't. You know, the ball was back with Trafford, and he was kind of like just not allowing him, trying to rough him up. Joelinton is trying to stop him going to receive the ball. Really puts his hand around the back of his neck, and then the reaction from O'Reilly causes the shove and then escalates from there. I think you'd better get used to that, O'Reilly. Joelinton's that type of player. He's definitely liable to make at least another one or twos.
Murphy to stand it. And stand it too close to Trafford.
We never really got
Gordon. So much pace in these kind of areas, taken down by Nunez, and the yellow card is definitely coming out here.
Well, that is better from Anthony Gordon. That's what you want to see. Him isolating Nunez, seeing the space, knocking it, running, really putting him under pressure. It's the first time he's done it in the game. And look at the end result. It's a free kick in a dangerous area and a yellow card for Nunez, who's just plenty of space down the line, and he's got the pace. Gordon gets there first and support up.
Bruno Guimaraes. Ooh, goes under the foot there of Matheus Nunes, who I guess does his job, but it could have ended worse. Have to change at a set play right before the half-time whistle. Harvey Barnes is on. Haaland tries to get the touch on. Ake. Another corner. And still time. Here's the last chance. Jeremy Doku. Partially out by Hall. Foden on the turn. Joelinton's header. And that is the half-time whistle. Well, Newcastle get over the line in a defensive sense there. They're under a fair amount of pressure. Yoane Wissa, though, the man who's had most of the chances in this first half. A first half that hasn't had too many clear sights of goal overall. He's going to go through to the Wembley final. Half-time in this Carabao Cup semi-final first leg at St James's Park. It's Newcastle United 0, Manchester City 0. Newcastle attacking the Gallagher end in this second half, which Matt Upson was keen to tell me before the game has a little bit of a slope on this field.
It's a fair old slope.
It can very much be an uphill battle, but no one having to chase things here yet. Here's Erling Haaland, rare touch for him. Foden was bundled to the floor from behind by Bruno Guimaraes. It's a free kick to Manchester City, and Haaland, I think, asking for a little more punishment than that as well.
So this restart after half-time, first 10 minutes, they've got to be at the races, and it's a bit clumsy that from Bruno Guimaraes. Just really stumbles into the back of Phil Foden's Achilles and ankle.
Elaine all there with Haaland. And they go wide instead to Doku. Kusanov. Here's another player who's got a... Ake. A bit of pushing and pulling in there. And it's so very nearly crept in at that far post.
It's going to go as the cross comes in. Got a shove in. Is that a push? Then the player goes to ground. It's Thiaw that kind of goes to the floor, and then it's off the knee and through the legs of Anthony Gordon.
Hall up with him. But Gordon for Wissa! Oh, what a save by Trafford. Phenomenal reflexes to get there, but day's not over with Hall. Bruno Guimaraes, he's hit the post. And an onslaught on the Manchester City goal.
Play. It all started with a great advantage from the referee. I mean, this was a really tight offside with Wissa, but he gets a good header on that. Top save from Trafford, really.
Close but not close enough. Doku. Jeremy Doku, great ball across, and there is the opener. What a start to his Manchester City career for Antoine Semenyo. 2-2. It is the dream start for the Ghanaian, and City ahead in the tie.
Barely been in the game. Semenyo hasn't had much to do either, to be honest. It's been real patient build-up from City. But what he does here, and what he hasn't done previously, he gets in where it hurts. He gets across the face of Gordon and Lewis, who just switches off there. Gordon doesn't realise that ball's coming in, and he gets the wrong side. Lovely wing play again from Doku. That touch from Bernardo Silva, absolutely crucial.
Wissa, angle tight. Joelinton. Gordon has it taken off him. Bruno Guimaraes has had one go. And this one straight down the throat of Trafford.
Needs something in this game to go 1-0 down and then go into the second leg. It's going to be tricky at the Etihad.
Lift the crowd from the home team's point of view. Crowded in there. They can't quite force it home. It's another corner.
He's the winner of this and maybe should get better contact. Perhaps it's a fraction too low for him. He gets up really high, uses the players, and he just can't get the contact.
First, we're going to see the withdrawal of Nico O'Reilly. Position that will be taken by Rodri. And again, you have to say he's gone about his business pretty well tonight, O'Reilly.
He's done very well, to the point of where you haven't really noticed that they haven't got their first two choice holding midfield players out of the team.
And Rodri coming on. He's played in the last 5 games now, including tonight, having not featured since the start of November. Still getting up to full fitness. Rico Lewis is going to be the third to come on here. Phil Foden also off. Reinders, his first involvement, finds Semenyo, who has scored again for Manchester City. He's going to be checked here by the referee because it's for a subjective offside, because he's got to now decide, I think, whether Haaland has interfered by standing there. That is why he's going to the screen.
Yeah. I thought it was that. And it's going to be big pressure on the referee here to decide this correctly.
Which will clear up some of the confusion.
After review, Manchester City, number 9, is in an offside position. It impacts on the ability of the defender. Final decision is offside.
Erling Haaland impacts on the ability of the defender to play the ball. Offside, no goal, it's still 1-0.
I'm not sure it's wrong. You've got to go with it.
I don't give the opinion, so you're the one who's going to put your head on the block here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Newcastle have to use this to their advantage. They're going to make a triple change. Voltemada, Tonali and Elanga all coming on. Can they use this mood in the ground to their advantage now? Witter and Ramsey both off.
Well, I think they've just had a big decision out.
Just to confirm, Gordon's the other man to have gone off, by the way, here for Elanga. And maybe a chance for Tonali straight away. That would have been some way to respond.
To strike this on target, it couldn't fall to a better person on his left foot, just bouncing, tries to stub it into the ground. Get that kind of half volley skim off the turf, but just pulls it wide.
Silva. It's Rico Lewis advancing. Semenyo. Up by Botman. Many players in the field now with yellow cards against their name. Chow. Voltemada. Elanga. Okay, towards Haaland. Did he take it down with a hand? He did.
And the assistant right on top. Just outstretched that arm and straight off the forearm.
See too much of the ball. They've got it here. Hall towards Chow.
That ball's got to go in a little bit more mid-goal with a bit of pace, you know. He's kind of...
Doku. Oh, amazing feat. Great trickery. A free kick and a yellow card as well for the Newcastle skipper.
You've got footwork like this, he can shift the ball. Explodes out of it as well. His first couple of strides, once he does a little trick like this, really gets the power down, and Guimaraes can't match it.
Doku is off. And Ryan Cherki takes his place. Sloppy. Bernardo Silva. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. A chance to make it two. Cherki. Bernardo Silva.
Really having to tiptoe along the surface. Here's the block from Hall, who's actually had a really good game at left tonight for Newcastle. I've been impressed with him. Good block there from Bernardo Silva.
Lewis. Cherki.
In his defence, that just maybe catches him out there.
City taking their time. And he's going to get a yellow card.
Yeah. I mean, there's having a moment and there's taking the mick.
Cherki, 4 forward here for City. Reinders, Haaland and Semenyo with him, but Cherki hitting it into Botman. Rodri, Haaland. Erling Haaland, Tijani Reinders, almost there, but Pope was quickly on. He's going to come on here for the home side against a club whose academy he came through without making a senior appearance. And he's going to be a sitter in midfield by the looks of things. Unless they jig things around a bit, he has played in the holding position before. Miley could move further up, I guess, and he go to right back. We shall
Miley go into midfield. We'll have to wait and see.
And there's going to be a return here as well for Rayan Aït-Nouri, who's been away with Algeria at the Africa Cup of Nations. They got as far as the quarter-final stage. And that's his first appearance since the middle of December. Talent, and someone he rates so highly. Trippier yellow carded, by the way, for that challenge before. And the book is out again, this time for Tonali.
Just a little bit eager, maybe. Frustration. I think there's the little reaction at the end of the upper body and the arm, just maybe tipped it over to a yellow card. But it has been a little bit of a frustrating evening for Newcastle. City haven't allowed them into their rhythm at all.
I've had 8 yellow cards in the game now. Trafford slipping as he knocks that one forward. Joelinton, Voltemada, neither of them could get a grip of it. Cherki trying to guide one, just couldn't quite set it wide enough.
Look at Newcastle and think, OK, don't chase the equaliser here.
And someone has been a bit too animated. And there's going to be a yellow card here for... Was it for Pep Guardiola? No. One of the backroom staff who takes his seat. He's coach at City, who'd gone beyond the mark. In towards Voltemada. How big a chance might that be in the context of this tie?
What a cross this is. Look at the flight of the ball. Always just edging away from Voltemada. The flight of the ball. Stretching everything he could to get there, but couldn't make it.
And it looks like this one is just going to slip away for Eddie Howe and co. Tonali. Well, they've got Barnes free. Into the 6th minute of additional time. Hall. Kusanov's header. A bit of hang time there for Trafford. And another corner for Newcastle. Right, I'll scramble in the middle. Just needs a touch, but he got one from Rodri. Hall. He saw gold in front of him. In towards Voltemada. And just it's Semenyo. Still has so much to give. Haaland in the middle. Cherki coming up as well. Cut out just in time. It's a corner to Manchester City.
Lewis Hall, I think he's been superb for Newcastle. He really has. Look at him breaking his neck to get back in there. Semenyo maybe doesn't quite pick that ball early enough. But credit to the Newcastle left back. I mean, he was up the other end crossing the ball a moment ago, and now he's defending his box like that.
St James is starting to empty out here now. As the fans disappear off down the hill and back into the city. Lovely touch there by Cherki. Aït-Nouri and Cherki! A killer blow! Who knows what that goal does for Manchester City? But it will crush Newcastle after such a fighting spirit in this second half. They haven't taken their chances. City have dispatched theirs.
But I said about 6-7 minutes ago, you just got to kind of stop that and just settle at the fact there's one goal in this tie and you've got another whole game to go. And this moment here is an absolute hammer blow. It's so nicely worked. Look at the movement and the running off the ball. Aït-Nouri, Semenyo with the pass, does brilliantly just to see Cherki there. He's at full stretch here, toes it back to him, and then it's a comfortable finish for a player of his technical quality. Just to stroke that in the back of the net, but what a blow for Newcastle.
Hall past everyone. And that has just about summed up Newcastle's evening, but comes to a close in defeat. Their 13-match unbeaten run ends here against Manchester City. The Premier League champions rode their luck at times, but their new boy did it again. to give them the lead. A second ruled out by VAR, but eventually Ryan Shirky netting deep into added time to give them more than an advantage going into the second leg on the 4th of February back in Manchester there. And Pep Guardiola